All right, so there are 10 reasons why David is stupid wicked. I would say that's quite evil in many levels. But number one is that he doesn't know how to work things out. Um, when you have a problem with somebody that you usually go and talk to them. However, in his case, one way or the other, he has to go around and then make people more aggravated. So anyway, so that's number one reason. Number two is that he easily breaks promises and he lies a lot. I mean, his mind isn't all stable, being double minded. I mean, I understand that, but that's what he does. He goes left, he goes right, and then he goes left, he goes right. He just kind of, his mind switches constantly. Um, Number three is that he carries vengeance for so many years. Like for example, he thinks that I have revealed his address or something. I don't know if he's still living there, but because of that or whatever that is, he carries on, that anger or vengeance for how many years? Over 10 years, and hates me like there is no tomorrow. And number four is that I guess he's kind of smart in this way, but for me, it's quite stupid because again, it doesn't work things out. He uses other people like his tools. He, as I have said, he likes to be in the background and use people like Mike JB to upload what he had made. Like putting the penis-shaped object on my daughter's face, minor daughter, right? I mean, what has done? Yet he would do such a thing, okay, and have guys like Mike to put it on. Uh, and then on top of that, he uses, especially even now, he uses guys like Chubby, and then do his study work. Number five is that he likes porn. Uh, he even thinks that traffic results is porn. Like, for example, like if this is like sixth reason, so like according to his stupidity, if Google provides traffic results, then therefore Google is porn. I mean, that's quite idiotic. And he thinks that whatever the company does, without me knowing in a certain way, then I did that. Well, if I am the result of it, then I guess I'll resolve it. If someone brings certain problem, then I'll obviously resolve it. Because he's so chicken and he doesn't know how to take things up directly, he goes on blabbering crap, and that's why, so all of a sudden some sort of traffic results become porn, and all of a sudden I become some sort of pornographer, and have guys like Chubby say the same thing, repeat the same thing that David is basically talking about. Number seven is that over 10 years, he and Chubby have been doing this sort of weird things, and they love that sort of wicked works of darkness. I don't know how many. I mean, you can do that sort of things as a joke, I guess. But for whatever the mental case is, he thinks that that sort of wicked works of darkness is okay for doing for over a decade. I mean, you can have fun for what, couple of days or at the most a couple of months or whatever, but he does this sort of things for years and years. I wonder how his wife, I think her name is Sandy. Uh, how she ended up with him. I mean, I feel sorry for that girl, for that lady. Well, not even girl, but probably grandma. And also, you know, number eight reason why I think that he's wicked stupid is that he has a bunch of stock accounts, so we know this already. But he thinks that, by impersonating, he thinks that he can get away with it. I mean, for guys like, Brucifer, they get fooled because, like, he uses same jargons that I use and have other people think that it's me. And, that's one of the main things that I think that, you know, David is quite idiotic. And he thinks that I don't know about that kind of things. Um, like, for example, he comes up with this sock account, many impersonating sock accounts, but among them, it's called, like, quote unquote, the loving Christian. I mean, the name itself right there gives away, actually, from the beginning. There is no such person as the loving Christian. I mean, what kind of Christian would say the loving Christian, right? And then he uses all kind of jargons that I used to use. He hasn't updated himself, so he uses all jargons that I used to use, and then have people like Bruce to think that that's me, or the spirit of thick shades, as he called it. And not only that, I thought Dave and Bruce were, like, buddy buddy or whatever, at least. But it seems like Dave doesn't like Bruce, and constantly he's actually aggravating Bruce with quote unquote spirit of thick shades. But to tell you right now, Bruce, that's always been David Chap. Okay, so I hope that you understand that you know and also when I say Chap, it's not the last name, revealing last name or anything. It's Chap as like a guy, David guy, David Chap. So I hope that it's all clear. And I know that he constantly, constantly false flags. Um, I don't know how he has so much times. He probably like false flagged over 100 times on my videos and so on. And that's one of the things that is stupid, I said already. He doesn't know how to work things out, obviously. So anyway, just letting you know that those kind of sock accounts always have been the David guy, David Chap, okay? All right, and ninth reason is that he thinks that others do not know about that sort of things. He thinks that others do not know, others who are in the truth, right? Others who know the truth. He thinks that that sort of works of darkness that we do not know about because we don't say anything much, right? We don't say it because it's just stupid and wicked. And guys like Chubby and guys like Brucifer, because they have not received the love of the truth, they don't even know what the truth is, actually. And they just go along with these lies. And that's one thing that I noticed. I can, especially these days, especially during these days, when the wheat and the tares are clearly being divided, I can actually, it's a big hint. Anyone who goes with his lies, obviously because he has not the love of the truth, obviously he does not have the Holy Ghost, he cannot decipher what is true and what is false. So it's really easy for me these days, who's who. The 10th reason is that he thinks it's okay to put peanuts on girls' face. And that's child exploitation, obviously. And he has a problem with me calling him pedo, right? But, I call anyone, I would call anyone pedo when he puts penis on mine or girl's face, whether that's made of silicon or steel or potato or whatever crap. If it is penis shaped, then it's penis. So anyway, he thinks that's okay because he was so butthurt before. And as I have said, one of the reasons him being vengeful all the time, angry. So that's one of the things that he's quite stupid. I mean, I know that he'll be judged, yet he continues to do the same thing over and over. And guys like Bruce, well, Bruce sometimes, but definitely Chubby, guys like Chubby, they get, I don't know, they get pleasure out of such thing. That's what stupider thing is. What's stupider is guys like Chubby let a mental case, a mental wanker like him, to use him, to abuse him like a tool. Romans 1:32. This is so clear right now. Knowing the judgment of God, right? These two guys, Chubby and Dave, they know. By the way, I'm going to call the Ectopedo for Dave from now. Dave the Ectopedo. You got yourself a nickname, Dave. Okay, that is Ectopedo. Anyway, let me read Romans 1:32. Who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, such as this sort of wicked works of darkness. The wicked is quite wicked to twist around, to lie, false accuse, gossip, nothing but causing strife, contentions, confusions, doubts, all these things, all these wicked things. They do such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Just like Chubby and Bruce, they get pleasure, they get a kick out of it, and do the same thing. So right now I gave a Dave Ectopedo a fair warning, right? One thing that he's afraid of the most is the law. He doesn't fear God. He is only afraid of guys like policemen. So I'm kind of contemplating whether I should reach the police department there, where he is. I'm thinking about some legal action, but then again, I'm thinking like, man, why should I even do this? Why should I even go through this sort of crap when what they do is and what they are is what they are? I mean, let God, for example, because that's quite fearful thing. So I'm kind of still contemplating. But anyway, I think that's more than 10 reasons. I think that's why I believe guy like David Ectopedo is quite stupid and quite wicked, and it seems like he doesn't know where he's going. I don't want anyone to go to hell. I don't want anyone to have such things. However, I don't know why he's still so much in hell. And when you think about it, guys like David Ectopedo, he's like being in hell. Can you imagine for like over years, 10 years, that he's been doing this kind of things because he's in hell. He can never ever have peace anywhere. I feel sorry for guys like him, but then again, it's so him, so deserving. But I'm gonna continue with this sort of thing, my analysis on him, and I know that when and how he false flags and file false reports. So I'll be careful about that sort of things. But what I'll do is that occasionally I'll share my thoughts about him and what he has been doing or whatever. If I forgot something to mention here, then I'll mention a little later. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'll chat with you later. Bye for now.